So much clearer. I need to send this link to someone, so hang tight. Oh, and it's 11:11. That's amazing. Okay. There we go. So much better. Yeah, just no more Facebook. Because with YouTube, it'll knock me within like 2 seconds and be like, no. It doesn't just go in and out. So I'm holding it for a second to charge my phone. So pretty. So pretty, so pretty, so pretty. Welcome, Mina. And I'm going to see, let's see. It was just 11:11 too. Like I went I went live right at 11:11. It was so awesome. It was always meant to be here. Look at that. It's like both of my eyes are rays of light. That's cool. That's really cool. That's supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. And those colors are intense and beautiful. Look at all that magenta and indigo and violet and just all the beautiful higher chakras. No filter, no nothing. It's just beautiful. So it looks like it's going to stay this way. So welcome, everyone. How's everyone feeling today? And we have our third eye. I want to show you guys the singing bowl. It's indigo. It was my Christmas present. That is so much more pretty than my face. Like I'm totally cool with my face and all, but those colors are just pretty. I'm trying to let my phone get to 100%. Good. Were you guys able to was everyone able to tune in to yesterday's transmission, and if so, how did it assist you? Did it assist you? What do you feel, what are you feeling that you need guidance on today? Not really sure what else is going to come through. I do know that today's is going to be based in more light language. So grateful you're here with us, my dear Becca. And don't ever, and just know that, you don't ever have to get up extra for this. But I do know that it's a powerful time to be awake. I woke up this morning at 3 a.m. And for like the entire, I've been doing this for a while, but I wake up between 3 and 4 and I'm always wide awake. And I'm going to share with you guys what I saw in my third eye. I know I shared it, I think, a bit either in the comment section in the group space or in the WhatsApp. I don't remember where I shared it at earlier, but I met with the council, and this time I actually got to see each of their faces. And it's not like super clear because, I know everything that's there in terms of imagery because I'm given the word based on the vibration. And so for me, I see it through vibration. I don't see it through image. Okay, beautiful. And that's, and just like, we talked about, Mina, we recognize that the subconscious mind, when consciousness starts to step in, because we're so not used to being in a conscious state, which is our essential awareness. That's how we are aware of everything. Your subconscious is always picking up on everything around you. Even when you don't think you hear something, or when you don't think you're thinking something, your subconscious is aware of it. It's picking up everything. So it's your ego. It's like your radar system. It's always looking for something. Um, so each of these, carry a certain tonality. Each session is absolutely unique. It's very interesting. I was talking about not seeing imagery, which I don't normally. I don't normally see images. I will see outlines, and I will see, I usually see codes, honestly. I usually see always codes or geometric shapes. Um, but right now I'm seeing there's a lot of geometric shapes, and it was really there for a moment. It was like a flash. I could see a lot of color. But usually for me, when I say that I'm seeing something, I'm seeing with my third eye, which means I'm not seeing images, and I'm also seeing through feeling. So when I feel the vibration of something, a signature vibration, let's say of a Syrian, see feeling them. And then I'm able to connect, and then I receive the word, and that word is connected to the vibration. That's how I always speak. That's how I always communicate as a channel. So there's always energy that it's for each of us. It's always flowing through us. And so as it's flowing through, I'm connecting it with words. I totally, this is making me feel like I have a superpower right now. Like laser beams, laser beams straight at you guys. What's up? Look at those laser beam eyes. That's amazing. Thank you, Helios. So what I am able to see is and I say this for everyone because it might assist you. It's not always going to be imagery in the way you think it is. The imagery is going to come through as feeling. Absolutely. So it's asking you to tune into your other sensory perceptions and to become familiar with how you feel. And that's what the heart is about. Everything that passes through the heart, everything that passes through your inner pillar of light, it's passing through the heart, and the heart is expressing it, right? So what's happening is that when it's passing through, it's my mind, instead of allowing my mind to try to make sense of it, I just feel it, and through that feeling I'm transported. Because a feeling is everything. A feeling can take us anywhere at any time. When we feel something, we are taken into that state of being. So when I feel these vibrations, these different signature energies, that's how I recognize them. So I do feel like that's, like Becca stated, like I'm stating, I think that's also been the purpose of everything that's been coming through, is to heighten how you choose, not how you choose to, but how you are feeling, and to tune into that more deeply. Instead of attempting to analyze it or putting an image to it, which some people are going to see images. That's just the way that they experience. That's each of you are going to recognize that. So regardless of what it is, that's tune into that wherever your strength is, because the others will flow from that point. So but feeling for me is the, I feel like that's kind of like our central axis, because when you feel something you can heal. When you feel something you can grow. I mean, everything comes from feeling. And if you think about it, all the information that's given to us in our central nervous system, how do you know that you're experiencing your reality? Through your sense, through your nervous system, through your senses. So these energies that come through, these guides, these angels, these are all frequencies. And as frequencies, they are all flowing in here, they're available through each of us. And it is through your sense of feeling that you connect to them. So in this transmission, I'm only going to be using the third eye. I don't have the heart one out here today. And I feel that we're going to be delving even deeper into that, and just another way of accepting and flowing into a higher state of being. And that's what this is all about, is just continuously moving into higher states of being. And one thing I wanted to clarify before I head into this, was I was talking to Mina earlier. Anytime I offer guidance and I speak of a state of being, especially like from we were talking about manifestation. If you have a technique or a tool that works for you, anything I talk about is just from what I have experienced. I also channel from a place outside of space and time. Like, it's outside of time. So everything that's coming through, even if I am not in this version of me, not always in the state that I'm speaking of, in that moment I am. Like, whatever state I was in prior to stepping into the transmission, it doesn't matter, because I immediately move into a state beyond time. And that's it. So I don't, anything that I've been experiencing, even if I speak into it, I can start to soften into, and it starts to lessen. And so I would love for you guys, that's what I feel all of this is about, is inviting you into shifting into a higher state. And you can remain there. And that's the beautiful thing, is that I know that every time I step into one of these transmissions, regardless of what's going on, I know as soon as I get done, the rest of my day is going to be all the better for it. And so it's just a choice to do it. We have the tools. We have everything we need. We have everything that is necessary within us. All we have to do is choose to step into that frequency and step into that energy, and that's what we're doing here. So I'm going to go ahead and unplug my battery. There we go. So I can prop this up. Kind of going downhill a little bit, so I got to fix it to where it doesn't slide. There we go. And I've just, it's like the last few days I've been moving into a higher state. I can even, feel that, like, when I look at myself, I'm like, I look different. I'm not as puffy. I don't have the pain. And that's because I've been consistently moving into a higher state. So my physical, everything follows, because I'm choosing to pull from a state of soul, a state of wholeness, a state of completeness. And so that's what I want you guys, that's what we're doing when we're pulling from the heart. And that's what we're doing when we're connecting with the heart, is we're coming into our soul self, which is whole, which is complete. And any resistance you feel is that state that, that's the state of least resistance that you're used to being in. You're used to being in a state of mental confliction, and you're used to being in a state of subconscious control and mind control. So it takes practice. It takes it takes commitment, as we know. It takes commitment to remain here, and it takes honesty. An open heart is an honest heart. Even as hard as that can be, that's what I was. That's what I could tell. I was telling Mina, is that she was thanking me for my for my honesty and my openness and my truth, and I was saying how hard it is for me sometimes to be that, even though that is my natural state. That's just what I am. Being that and showing up for that and being that for you guys sometimes is a bit of a challenge, because I can feel the resistance and receiving of it, but I can also feel the power in the receiving of it. So it's a beautiful. I'm just so grateful. And it's interesting, Becca, because I've been feeling that pain in my sacral. I've been feeling pain, and I mean, I just had my bleed, like, a week ago. So I just finished it anyway, so like I should not be moving into it yet, but I just feel like everything is dumping out, if that makes sense. And I think that's beautiful, because the pain, even when ascension symptoms hit, right? Because we have pain with ascension symptoms. We can choose to rise above that, because the symptoms, the signs, they're going to be here. They're going to be present. But if we choose to remain in a state of that sucks, instead of acceptance of that's what is, and we choose to embody a state of higher being, and it you know, when I talk about these modalities not being necessary in the same way, what I mean is that when this process in and of itself is a natural state of embodiment. And it's not, of course, you do have to choose to go into it, but you can remain in it. You don't have to leave that state. And this is where it takes practice, because we usually get knocked out of that state when something in our environment catches our attention or activates that energy, and all of a sudden we kind of get pulled back down into a lower state. I miss the sun. Look at those. Oh my goodness, look how beautiful those rainbow rays are, though. That's beautiful. Sorry, I had to catch that really quickly, because that's just beautiful. It's like opalescent. Opalescent. So, yeah, that's what happens is we are still working on mastering being in that state consistently, and not having to use it as a tool or modality, but as it just being the natural state. So, and again, that takes practice. When something in your environment is not vibrationally aligned to you, you're going to automatically respond to it. And the best way that you can stay in a state of higher vibration is by recognizing that everything that's happening around you is responding to your state. So when you are in a higher state of vibration, it's going to shake up everything around you. It's going to try to, it's trying to bring it up into where you are, because that's what your reality is a projection of you. Yes, and I do feel like anything that has worked for you, I never want to say, I don't want to say don't do it, because if it works, it works. And in regards to setting intentions are always beautiful. Yes, because then you don't need, yes, exactly. Because I think the intention is beautiful, because it sets the stage for where you're choosing to focus your energy, and then all energy, that's when everything comes into alignment, and it kind of starts to lift you from that resistance. Eventually your intentions, as you said, will just be, you're in it. Once you're in a natural state of joy, in a natural state of acceptance, you're naturally in a state of flow, which means you don't have to intend to go there. So that's the goal, right? But I think setting, especially at the start of your day, starting with something like this, setting the intention in your heart, and coming back to that intention anytime that you feel knocked out of vibration, or whatever works for you. But I think that's a good I think that's definitely a good practice. So I apologize for any confusion on that. For me, holding a space like this and providing this in this way I'm still learning. So thank you. You know, this is the first time I've stepped in as a master teacher in this way. And so, takes practice on my end as well. So thank you guys for hanging in there with me, and I apologize for any confusion. Yeah. Okay. Are we ready to begin? Does anyone want to drop anything in the chat that they would like guidance on? Or look at those beautiful rays. So I can only offer you I can only offer you what has worked for me. Because when you're in a state of joy, you automatically, or in a state of gratitude, you automatically manifest. Like, you're always manifesting. That's the thing. You're always manifesting. So when you're in a state of gratitude, then you're automatically given more because you're not looking for more. You're not in a state of seeking. So I think that setting an intention in a state of gratitude, being grateful for everything that you have, and then just asking or setting the intention to receive whatever is for your highest good, because that releases the resistance of, I need this specific thing, and if I don't get it, I feel like the mind tends to come into a state of, well, if it's not here right now, then I'm doing something wrong, and you end up lowering your vibration. So I know that now, if you find another any other guidance out there that you feel more aligned with, you know, please go with it. But I know that all energy and all aspects of you are always available. So if you can just set, I find that setting the intention to just show up, be grateful, and everything that is here for me to receive at a higher vibrational state, which is already there, I just leave it open to receive all that's there. Yeah. Is because what you're desiring is already there. Like, it's already in that state. It's already in that higher vibrational state. Like, we really don't even need to ask for it. If we are desiring it, then that means it's already ours. We just need to meet it there. And we meet it there through vibrational alignment. So for me, I gained the greatest sense of receiving when I got out of my own way and I stopped focusing on one singular thing. Because that really, I got a lot of frustration when I didn't receive soon enough or quick enough. And then I would feel like, okay, well, what am I doing wrong? Because I feel like I'm in a high vibration, so it should be here already. But the truth is that if it's not shown for you, then either number one, you're not at that vibration, or number two, you're not staying at the vibration long enough for it to reach you, or three, it's not actually what is aligned for you to receive to begin with. So, yeah, right. Yep. Guilty. I know. Yeah. And the interesting part about it is that we're tapped into the one, we're tapped into the universe automatically. And when we are in a state of acceptance and in a state of flow and in a state of love, our higher self is the one guiding us anyways. We already know what we know. We already know what we want. When we state our truth, it's reinforcing. So when you speak, you reinforce where you are and you reinforce where you're going vibrationally. Because even if you know, like when you say, when you already don't feel good and then you state that you don't feel good, you just reinforced that state of being. So the only way to shift into a different state, right, is to think it, speak it, and then you finally end up being it, and embodying it, like choosing that state. So whatever we say, which of course, yes, we could constantly say what we want, but then we're also not focused on being. And in a state of being that is grateful, that is full of joy, that is full of love, think about it. All that you're wanting, what does it make you feel? It makes you feel good. And if it makes you feel good, then if you're already in a state of feeling good, then shouldn't it already be there? Yeah, wonderful. And it's practice, man. It's so much practice. And I mean, I worked with Master Sri Akarshna, and I worked in manifesting miracles and, the yoga for miracles and all this stuff. And so for like 2 years, I was there all the time, working with the inner circle and everything, and very much connected to, Chabaria and, um, everyone there. Actually, Chabaria was a mentor of mine for a little while, and she's a business partner of Master Sherakash, and also her sister dates him. So, I worked in that group, in that state for a while. But I can tell you what, it was also, I was the most frustrated because it felt constricted to me, and I mean, yes, everyone that I was surrounded by had millions and millions of dollars, and of course they were happy. Of course they were happy. How could they not be? And when she was sharing her story of even how she got there, she's telling me a story of how she started as a college student, and you know like someone like myself, I've accrued so much bad debt that I can't get a loan from the bank like she did. So she went to the bank and she got a loan so she could actually do what she's, get a head start. And then she started working with Master Shreya Koshna. So I remember when I was in that circle, all I wanted was, I was willing to pay even when I didn't have the financial aspects of my own energy at that time. And I did. I did. I went and asked everyone for assistance just so I could get to that state of being. But that's the thing, is I was so consumed, not with the state of being, but with having. I was so consumed with having that I was always frustrated. I was always tired. I was always just, ugh. Because that's the state I was in, was having, not being. And I feel like for all the guidance and all the teachings and everything that was provided. And by the way, I love Chabaria and I love Master Sharakoshna, and what they offer is amazing, but it wasn't aligned for me. And also, even though I got accepted into their program, that's thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. And is it worth it? Yes, but everything they were providing me with, I already knew. It was just like there was something that wasn't aligning with it, right? Yes, my mom is too. My mom, money to her, it means more than food. Like, just for that money and needed. And when you have that kind of energy that you're not only just around all the time, but then you're invested with, you are entangled in that energy even more so. It eventually, I feel like you will break free of that. However that needs to happen for you, when you are solely reliant on your own energy and your own, how you choose to fulfill that energy, it's going to release a lot for you. But I know that right now that might be necessary, it might be needed, but I do feel like you're going to be coming to a point to where you can free yourself of that entanglement. I know, I recognize that. I recognize that very much. So, the only way to really break free of that in the meantime is just holding your frequency and holding that frequency of balance, which will eventually diffuse it. It's difficult because I know every time, absolutely, it's a process. It's one where you will learn to find it's going to go one of two ways. You've got many different timeline options here, but actually, here's a better one, and this is where I'm being guided. I was trying to feel of where I was being guided. Um, choose to release yourself from her fear. You can still be connected with her, but you're the one that can, you're the one and the only one that shifts how she shows up energetically for you. How she shows up energetically for everyone else, that's her, that's on her. But how she shows up energetically in regards to you is always going to be reflective of where, like, if you're holding fear, or if you're consistently in fear because she's in fear, so then it's like, I know she's going to be anxious about this, so that makes me anxious, which just feeds the anxiousness. Right? So you have to break yourself free from that, and you have to reset that connection. You have to reset that. um which means you have to continuously and consciously in every moment choose to uphold your energy and not uphold hers, which is where that's what you're learning right now. And it's something where I could sit here and I could explain it in a million different ways, but where I'm being guided the most is to allow you to allow where you can be. Instead of focusing on where she is at, what she's worried about, what her fears are, those are going to exist regardless. There's nothing you can do about that. But what you can do is you can stay in your frequency, you can stay in your vibration, you can uphold that. When you choose to uphold the light, it's going to shift there, and it's going to shake things up. That's why we are always facing, like, it almost seems like everything gets kind of chaotic when we step into these transmissions in this way. Like, we step into it, we are in such peace and we are in such flow, and then afterwards things get a little bit chaotic because we just shook everything up vibrationally. Again, tower moment after tower moment after tower moment. So, speaking of which, let's step into it, shall we? Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful tones in the rays. Such beautiful, beautiful rainbow. Can you guys see it? Isn't that beautiful? New singing bowl. So, if you guys don't mind, I'm going to use the bathroom really quickly. Is that okay? Does everyone want to take a quick bathroom break if you haven't already? And then we'll jump right into it. I'm gonna plug my phone up for 2 seconds because I actually feel like with the intensity of this, I do feel it already coming. So I can already feel it in my universal chakra. Everything's coming in. So let's take a bathroom break real quickly, and then we're gonna go straight into it. So I have to walk to the house, so give me about a couple minutes. All right, plug this up. Get everything ready. Get everything you're gonna need. Your pillows, whatever. I don't know what you guys use, but get everything, and we're gonna go right into it. I'm gonna leave this sitting sideways so it can charge. Oh, be right back. Okay, I'm here. Okay. Yes. That was probably the biggest lesson for me is you cannot combat it. You can't fight it. Fighting is resistance. Um, and when you fight, you're resisting letting it go, right? Because that's where we try to fix it. And we don't fix anything. We bring our vibration higher and we allow it to fix itself. And it will, because just as there is just where there is this aspect of experience where you are experiencing the resistance with her, it's because you are in resistance. So when you continue to raise your vibration and you are able to maintain it even more, not just raising your vibration, but in a higher vibration, you are in a higher state of being. And in that state of being, every aspect, every experience is there to meet you. So this means where maybe, it's not saying that she's not still going to have fears. My mom is still very much full of fear, but it's not as prominent for you. It's like it's there, she's expressing it, it's whatever, that's her choice, but it's not affecting you. That's very much for me. Like now, if it's just very consistent or it's very intense, I just walk away. And she knows I'm going to walk away because I have a choice, just as she has a choice where I don't have to be in that energy. I don't choose to be in that energy where it's bringing their fears to the forefront. So like everything there, just like it is for you. So it's causing her to feel it to a greater degree, even though she doesn't know why. So that's why we hold the frequency. We choose to be in the state of being, and eventually because the balance doesn't mean that everyone around you is just going to end up exactly like you, but it means that they can navigate it a little bit easier, but you can navigate it way easier. So makes sense? Okay, good deal. All right, that beautiful light joining us, matching the singing bowl. And I'm gonna get the singing bowl out, or well, it's already out, I've just got to set it up. And just allow yourself in this, as we move into this, to release other through how about their own, what they perceive, what they choose. So just let it go. And letting it go now and letting it go in this in this scenario is a bit easier than being in person and walking away. That will take practice, but it will come and you will be able to do it. So, as stated, I started receiving from my universal chakra. I could feel everything feeding into it. So, go ahead and start taking a few deep breaths, and go ahead and get your intention ready and place it in your heart, and um you know ask for your higher self to guide you on this journey, because that is you. And as you rise in your state of being and you rise to meet, it's like you can feel all of that fall away, right? You feel it all fall away, because when you're in a higher state of being, you're conscious that it exists, but you're also consciously choosing not to be of it. Okay. So take a few deep breaths. And for you guys in the soul pod, I will have a session coming up where we'll have both the heart and the third eye singing bowls. So placing your intention in your heart, making sure my phone's not going to overheat. Placing your intention in your heart space. And with each in-breath, breathing life into that intention. With each out breath, releasing any resistance to fulfilling that intention. Just knowing that the intention is already fulfilled, but we're allowing ourselves to meet ourselves in that intention. So just remember, deep breath in, hold it, and then exhale. Allowing the light force energy to permeate your cells. And as stated, this is going to be guided a lot by light. So the majority of the session will be spoken in light language. And calling you into what you see, what you receive, what you hear in the light language. You know, letting you decipher from within your own channel. The violet flame. The violet flame is present in the heart space. And it is growing, it is intensifying. So feel it. Feel it expand with each breath. Feel it expand with each heartbeat. Just feel the presence of the violet flame. I'm going to call in. I'm going to do this a little bit differently today. I'm going to call in now your higher self, and I would like for you to repeat after me. I am the higher self. I am the light divine. I am love. I am sovereign free will. I am fixed design. Again, I am the higher self. I am the light divine. I am love. I am sovereign free will. I am fixed design. One more time. I am the higher self. I am the light divine. I am love. I am sovereign free will. I am fixed design. Allowing you to meet yourself as the higher self. When you state that truth, when you state that, that is where you are. Rumbatash Giarumado Sitias Indarash Andarukundush Inanas Rumado Inna Rush Giaru Andarash Ina. Pandoro Indarash Kiaru. Maru Ash. Iwaru Andarash. Diaru Nas Darash. Just continue taking a few deep breaths. Relaxing into the body. Which state of being do you choose? Place this state in your heart along with your intention, and let's begin the journey of fulfillment. Opening up the gateway of the heart and calling all energy from root to crown and crown to root to unify as one. You can think of it like like if you're on an elevator and you just walked in through the elevator doors and you were going to go up a few levels. So step in your elevator. This is your Merkaba, your light body. And let's begin the journey of moving. I call up from the central sun of Terra, the connection point to the mainframe. And I would like for you to, just as you would ground yourself into Gaia, I want you to imagine that, like you're anchoring through your Earth Star chakra, which lies below the first few layers of Earth. And your Earth Star chakra is, of course, connected to your root chakra. And so it's one singular line. So directly from below your root, you can feel your connection to the Earth Star. And the Earth Star is connected into the central sun of Terra. So link yourself in there energetically. Calling all energy to begin traveling and meeting at its connection point. Calling all energy up from the main frame of the central sun of Terra, calling it up. Connecting to the Earth Star, and I've already begun to feel it rise. Connecting to the root. Connecting to the sacral. Connecting to the solar plexus, connecting to the heart, and anchoring in the heart. Tarashtanai siandoro gorondorpish kandaranum indarash andas rum aro Indarash Randoro Ramatash Indandara Zenadoro Mash Yando. Releasing all shackles of the mind, releasing all anchor points of resistance, and just gently moving into a state of flow, into a state of higher vibration. And I call all souls in this transmission, I call all souls, those in my soul pod, those that are working in conjunction with myself on a higher self level. I call us all into the heart space. My higher self as my higher self, working with your higher self in conjunction, and restoration, along with allowing us to access all coding, all upgrades, all downloads. So I want to call up from this central sun, this gateway, there's a mainframe. So from this mainframe, I want you to just feel yourself drinking from it. Just feel yourself energetically receiving from it. Rumba tashtanasi andaru giandorosh ingia narash andorosi andaranuma shandaros inda. And I'm going to call in, because I already feel the presence here, Mother Mary. I feel that there is someone holding a bit of resistance, especially in the sacral. And this is connected to some sort of belief. I'm going to call in Mother Mary's energy to assist. And just feel her gentle, loving energy as it envelops you. And she is assisting to release the resistance. And I feel the sacral energy moving, flowing, allowing you to access your own energy. And of course, you are working alongside her in your higher self form, which is exactly where you are and exactly where you are existing in this now moment, exactly where you are experiencing. And I'm also going to call down the mainframe of the higher self, which is all wisdom, all knowledge, cosmic, universal, all that is here for you now, and all that is available for you now. I'm going to call it down now. It's going to be coming in through the universal star chakra, flowing from the universal star chakra to the soul star chakra, just coming in right at the back of your neck. And then from there, it's actually going to move upwards, and it's going to penetrate the crown. Moving back downwards again through the throat and the heart, again meeting together in the heart, anchoring in the heart. So let's just give ourselves a moment to acclimate. Darashtanasiyandu Ramandurushkiyan India Sandara Randarakti Moya Inda Janduru Zindia Andada Sumoyandash Miado Kiada Ramasutushian Giandara Digianda. Opening the hearts, allowing the heart to drink from the fountain of the central sun, releasing all judgment, releasing all resistance, releasing all self-sabotage access points. All is disintegrated in the heart. All is released in the heart. So just feel yourself flow. Feel yourself flow. Darashtanum barati. Ashana in ara. In ara. Rondosh ikia. Moro ingandarash. Calling now all cosmic stellar races of the highest love, light, ordinance, and resonance, all those in sacred service, all those here to assist in the name of the one true love, light creator. We call them to us. And just feel their energy flowing through you. You might just experience it as peace. You might experience it as love, as balance. These are the ascended masters in the universal realms, the higher dimensional realms. And I'm just going to ask them to impart any energy to you that is fulfilling your intention. And I'm being asked to Shanazu Shakianda Numa Laro Asati Iana. And beloved souls, feel yourself in this elevator of inner lights. You choose your state. If you choose love, rise in love. If you choose joy, rise in joy. If you choose peace, rise in peace. Whatever the state of being you so choose, accept it, acknowledge it, claim it now. Merge into this version of self. Arashtana moyandarati ato shanna rumadati akum igia shandas niwarosh igia laroshandasi giaro shandarana inganandush is andas rondoruktush anoma. Wherever it is, whatever it is that you desire, all you must do is rise from within the heart and meet yourself there. You can always find what is necessary and needed for you in this now moment through the gateway of the heart. Igyadaraktash umando. Calling in now the Rainbow Gateway. Igarash and Arishkia Moyarush Andia. This is a gateway beyond physical density. It is a dimension of just pure feeling, pure expression. Ndorosh kumandori ingia. Shandoro ingi narash anda. And I call in the Seraphim. I feel their energy. And feel the embrace. Feel their wings wrap around you, embrace you. Feel their energy from within your heart. And I'm calling forth their energy to clear and cleanse all chakras. And I'm going to ask the Ascended Mother, or the Dragon Mother Ascended Master Tribes, which are already present, already here in this channel of light, to begin working in conjunction with you in releasing all imprints of lower vibrational experience. I keep hearing someone is resisting the heart. It's almost like there's an unconscious expectation that if we go through the heart, there will be pain. The pain, the fear. It is a creation of the mind to prevent you from this openness, from allowing you to know yourself fully and wholly. Because the perception was always prior that if you open your heart to someone, then you get hurt. Because that was an opening of the heart from a place of receiving someone else, hoping that they could receive you. It was a matter of perception. And when your open heart was not fully met with another open heart, there was pain. So give yourself a moment to be present in forgiveness. Forgive yourself. Forgive others. The heart does not equal pain. The heart equals freedom. And it opens up even more. I can feel someone opening up even more. Lots of energy moving here. From this main frame, I call up now cleansing and clearing of all chakra, all energy bodies. And I call forth the next level upgrade to the DNA structure. I'm feeling resistance in the crown. Someone is fighting. What are you fighting? What are you resisting? Darashtana Moyandia, Arashtanasi, Gondoro, Andarush in Amoya, Sandashkandi, Naro, Moyadia, Moya Retashindi, Indarash, Marokia, Gidarashana. Open yourself up a little more. With each in-breath, I want you to envision yourself expanding. With each out-breath, you are releasing all tension. All energies are here to support you. Feel your way into joy. Feel your way into ecstasy. Wherever you are holding resistance in the mind, you can choose to shift that. Choose the heart. Come back to the heart. Release all expectations. Just feel. And allow that feeling to expand. Diaru Shumandorukia, Giadarashana, and just feel yourself growing and growing and growing energetically, and feel your light expanding. Rumbarakdoshandarani, Nasan in Guru, Ashan, Saratia Namando, Ewaru I Sandas I Gata, Moyaru Sari, Indarash Gin Nia Rum Gendarash Inas Wamarosh Ina Weraragudushanu. Let us tell you a story of light. Anashia Durushikum Inda Marasho Marodia Narati As Arati Kindin Ana Moyada Rumatush Zinadina Tushana Hinadas Adotush Asin Anata Marotushania Asatash Iya Urukni Maratash Ant I Ash Kuru. I call forth the living light of the central sun of Terra. And I call forth this living light to greet you in the heart, to greet you in the mind, to greet you in the body, to meet you in the soul. Allowing you to experience yourself in the warmth, in the safety, in the security of your own light. For her light is your light is her light. You are one. And I'm also going to call down the liquid honey golden light. The energy of multiple states of higher consciousness. I actually want to leave this one open to interpretation. But I'm going to call down that liquid golden honey light to envelop you, cocooning you, reminding you. And even though it is enveloping you, it is so, so, so loving. It's stable, but yet you can move freely. And as this washes over you, it is cleansing and purifying you, connecting with you on a soul level, calling you into a higher state, calling you to rise and meet yourself. As these energies are, what do you feel? What do you sense? What do you recognize? Is there a familiarity here? Arashtanasikia mandarakuma ingadashanda diaro as ikia. We are with you. We are with you. Narotoshana sati narotoshikia. We are always with you. Narotoshanasi giandarana. We are always flowing through you. Naratishkia. We are always in the heart. Naratashana. We are always in the heart. Daratoshman gia. You may feel our presence through your own present awareness. Norodu kias aratush. Remember your highest state of being. Murudurdi andaraktashantarskia. It is your most natural state. Rundurutushya. As the light, the sun shines effortlessly, so do you. Morushkia adasiki. With an open heart, it is your natural state to shine. Narakdashana siki. It is your natural state of being. Just as the moon shines in the darkness, so too do you. Moyati kiandarashkandati. Feel your connection to the moon. And feel your connection to the sun. Nodotushkia ramatashkandarati. Ramatashantarakti. And feel your connection to the earth. Feel your connection to all energy and all life itself. Moyarushkandarashki. Feel yourself as this eternal spiral of life-giving energy. Moyadiratashkandariki amoyan. Gindarakdashana. Just as your heart beats without expectation, allow yourself, and that is the 3D self, that is the 3D aspect of the heart. And the 5D aspect, allow yourself to give freely, but also with integrity. Have an open heart and allow what flows through to flow through without expectation. Be grateful for the experience of life. Instead of looking at it through the lens of disgust and distrust, instead of looking through the lens of judgment and the lens of shame, see it for what it is. It is giving always. What it is giving you is always based on your interpretation. This energy is always giving you the option. And in this energy, do you choose freedom or do you choose restriction? Gashano andiyanati rumatashana niyato kiyasi narashana siyato kiya moyaniya siyata shandoroti moyakata satashi. What a beautiful state of surrender. What a beautiful state of gratitude. In this state, we call forth all that is already ours. We call to us now all experiences that are here for our highest and greatest good. We call all energy to us that is here to complete us. It is our energy and it completes us. So all energy that has been fragmented, that has been separated throughout space, throughout time, we call it back to us. And knowing ourselves from this point of wholeness and completion, so too do we know all experiences from a place of already being. Shandash Kundosh Ienda. Know yourself as one, is what I keep hearing. Know yourself as one. Know yourself as a part of the one, but also as one. You are whole, you are complete, and you are unique. Lots of energy moving. Calling forth purification and cleansing from the root to the crown and crown to root, opening up all chakras, purifying, cleansing, and releasing all stagnant energy, calling this energy into purification and calling this energy into a state of motion. And give yourself a moment to acclimate. I feel my entire body buzzing. My third eye is like, it's like waves, it's just bouncing. And I've got ringing in my right ear. So upgrades. Allow yourself to be erected within the light. I call forth all experiences of the higher self to flow to us and through us, allowing us to continually return to this state of being and allowing us to continuously connect to ourselves from a state of higher self, higher perception, higher vibration, higher states of being. Shandagum Igyada. I call forth the stellar cosmic bloodline declaration. Formation. Oh. Saradushkiandarana Moyandi. Oh, hang on. That just hit me pretty intensely, so give me a moment. I can't lift my arms right now. Gianda, give me a moment. Calling all souls in this transmission to this point, to this state, calling all to join as we are one. And in unity, we experience these upgrades and transmissions together. Shandasi. I call in the light coding, activation, the DNA upgrade integration. Calling forth the bloodline connection through the 5D etheric to the cosmic higher self. Releasing the connection point to the root bloodline and shifting it to the soul star connection bloodline. Connecting you to your eternal flame, connecting you to your bloodline of infinite expression. Reclaiming all aspects of self in the now moment that have been chosen as avatar experiences in this lifetime and past lifetimes. Calling you into the now experience of all ancestors simultaneously, gaining their wisdom, accessing their knowledge, knowing all truths from a state of balance, harmony, peace, and purity. Yandarashkia Masindara Yandarishkia Moyati As Andodoshkia Narasomaskia Nasi. Together we rise. Together we rise. I'm going to shift now into no speaking. Everything that I'm going to do from this point on for just a little bit is going to be solely inwardly guiding each of you energetically. So allow yourself to just tune into feeling. Just allow yourself to feel. Shandaskia Sianda Sandiana Ingias Andasha Anuma Inda Asu Sandasha Hina Korea Ingandarashkia Umarikia Dis Askia Darashanda Indarashkia Ndarushkia Marashkuya Kindarashkia Shandaskia Norushkia. What did you notice? What are you noticing? Shunduruktiya Andarashkanda. What energies have presented themselves to you? What are you hearing? What are you sensing? What are you feeling? There's peace, there's prosperity, and as soon as I said that, it was 48:48. There's peace, there's prosperity, there's hope, there's courage, there's safety. And I call now to each of you from the heart to join me in coming home. Shkandarash Inas Akoya Anasha Sandoro Muyadash Kia. Find yourself in the frequency. Find yourself in the heart. Find yourself in each tonality of love. And feel as the universe sings your praises. Honoring your courage, honoring your light, honoring your choice to be present, to be aware, to be honest, to be open. An open heart is a courageous heart. And an open heart is the safest space. Each and every time you open your heart, you go home. Each and every time you open your heart, you free yourself. Each and every time you open your heart, you remember who you are. Each and every time you open yourself through surrender and acceptance, you find yourself again and again and again. And all those aspects, all those fragments of self that have been fragmented, that have been denied, that have been judged, that have been shamed, that have been guilted, they can come home. They can come home. So open your heart and invite yourself in. Invite yourself in through gratitude. Invite yourself in through forgiveness. Invite yourself in through acceptance. Shandasiya Koda. And all cosmic stellar races meet you there. All the ascended masters meet you there. Feel yourself merge into oneness with them. Feel as they greet you and they honor you. You are one. Wrap yourself in the blanket of joy. Wrap yourself in the blanket of forgiveness. Shkondoro shkia naro ingata shanda. Shanda sotu. And just the rays of the sun shining, let your own love warm you from the inside out. Umori asada. Shikiado narashkara. This is how we access ourselves from the state of wholeness, completion, but also all of those upgrades, those DNA aspects of self. This is where we find them. They're always there. We experience them when we come into a state that is vibrationally aligned with that aspect of self. Let yourself just float. I keep seeing such beautiful rainbow, like just rainbow after rainbow after rainbow. Like there's all these different, I see it as each of you, these rainbows of the heart, and they're just beaming. They're just beaming. Like a Care Bear that's shooting the rainbow out of its chest. That's what, that's what just came to me. So step into your Care Bear power. So in this state, all is here for you. All is here to meet you. This is, in this state, you manifest. So you're always manifesting. This is what we were talking about at the beginning of the transmission. You're always manifesting, and the state that you're in determines what aligns to you. So from this state, everything is made manifest as well. It's just that everything that feels good, that is for your highest good, is going to meet you here. This is where you find true abundance. With an open heart, all is able to come to you. The heart is abundant. It does not lack anything. It does not expect anything. Everything is already here energetically. So just let it flow to you. Let it all flow to you. It is your energy. It is merely coming back to you. And now it has an opportunity to find you in this state. So open yourself up even more to receiving yourself. And feel it connect. There you go. Somebody just opened themselves up even more. Anytime someone connects, it about takes my breath away. Oroshka, Arushka. Now rest. Rest in the state of being. You are whole. You are complete. This entire time we have been undergoing upgrades. We have been uploading from the mainframe of the Central Sun of Terra and downloading from the mainframe of the Universal Consciousness. Receiving as our higher selves. To provide you with resistance, open yourself up to them, whatever they mean. Whatever, let it just be what it is. Let it just be a word for now. Release resistance. And feel your energy coming back to you. Feel your energy filling you up. In this state, there is no such thing as exhaustion. There is no such thing as lacking. There is only wholeness, completion, abundance. When you choose to go into a place of manifesting, since you're always manifesting, choose to step into this state and rise and rise and rise. And leave what is here for you energetically to come to you. Do not limit yourself with this or that. Let it all come. Let it all come. Know that your worth is infinite. And all that is here to support you in your infinite worth is showing up for you now. Sharash Kondoria Dia Sanda Toshkada Indanati Oromarasha Si Andarash Kondo Shanasi. We sing your praises. Oroshkia. We sing your praises. We sing your name. We sing your unique blueprint. Oroshkia di Narasotoshia. And as this living transmission of light comes to a close, I would like for you to rest now in this higher state, knowing that your intention has been fulfilled. And if you would like to, knowing that your intention has been fulfilled, set the intention to stay in this state of flow. State that I intend to remain here. I intend to move from this currency and allow the river, the currency of energy, the currency of love to carry you. Anashkunduria nasa nadatashia somoya inga. Just walk yourself back to open eyes. Come back. Stretch, move your body. And that was at 1:01:01. That's amazing. So, watch out, baby. So bring yourself back. And I'm feeling there's so much energy moving through, so much. I keep seeing the number 5555, like so many fives. So many fives. You guys are most welcome. How are you feeling? I know you joined a little bit late, Leah, but I can't wait for you to watch it from the beginning. We began at 11:11 and we ended it technically at 1:01:01. So beautiful. How was that for everyone? Good. Yes, yes, yes. I feel like as we're coming up on the 12/12 portal, we're being, which of course we're going to have an activation, by the way, for you guys in my soul pod. We're going to have a transmission on 12/12, which is going to be a portal anchoring activation. So looking forward to that. And also, that's the release date for our sister Leah's book release on Amazon. All the fives. I just feel. Yes, right. Isn't that so awesome, Mina? Like the Care Bear heart. It was like, ugh. I just kept seeing these rainbows, and it was each of you. And then I was shown the Care Bear, and I was like, that is perfect. That is perfect. Yes. And 555. There you go. That's amazing. And I'm actually feeling a lot of nausea right now. Like, kind of feel like I'm going to throw up, to be honest. So give me a minute. Just had a major sacral dump, is what I heard. Come here. Ugh. Oh, that's amazing. That's amazing. Care Bear stare. I love it. I do too. I still feel like a Care Bear. Just a nauseous Care Bear, but a Care Bear. Hi, baby. I saw you over there looking lonely. I know. I know. That's amazing. You brought the Care Bears to us. Oh, get it, get it, get it, Hoop, get it, Hoop, get it, get it, get it, get it. There you go, get it. Good boy. Get it. He's so happy to get a bug. I think that's amazing. And that's exactly what I was seeing. Like I was seeing us all connected in the heart as these rainbows. It was just amazing. And I felt each of you guys there. I mean, that's it, it's been so, and I felt it so much more. Interestingly enough, as intense as this week has been, I have actually felt a greater heart connection. As challenging as it's been, I felt a greater heart connection, and that's why. So you brought the Care Bears to us, Leah. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, the energy that's been coming through in the last few days. Yeah, that's exactly what I felt. I just felt so home. That's just what keeps coming through, is like I'm home. And I feel like that image of the Care Bear, thank you for bringing that to us, Leah. I think that just solidified, and Hoot brought everybody a present. He's going somewhere with it. I don't know where, but probably because it's a bone. It like it brought everything that I was experiencing together. Like all of the cosmic energies, all of the heart space, all of it, and we were being so celebrated. I don't know if you guys felt that, but that's what they were speaking, is celebrating us, and just intense state of joy through celebration and acknowledging, like, that's where we're choosing to be. So celebrate, you know. I know that when we move through these energies, as difficult as they can be, and I know I'm still, you know, every single day when I wake up, I feel this resistance, almost to, do I want to, there's always that choice. Do I want to go into the mind's games of, well, is today going to be a day where we have to fight? Or is today going to be a day where we flow? And when it's in flow, everything just works out. Like, and that's what I've learned, is that when I'm in a state of fighting it because I'm afraid, like for Bruiser, I'm trying to create some scenario for it to happen. And in flow, it's already happening. So that's amazing. And we're all connected. So how we experience this energy, you know, that's what we put words to what we're experiencing. And what we experienced in the past, or what we are experiencing in the now moment, it's all in the now. It's never separate. So I think that's so beautiful. And we are absolutely in flow. And I still feel like I'm gonna vomit. Like, that's how I know I'm back in flow state and I'm back in third eye. That just majorly brought through a lot of energy, as I feel like I'm going to throw up everywhere. So, major sacral chakra dump. So, you guys, this might bring some stuff up. I know for me, I have been feeling these signs of starting my monthly bleed, but I'm like 3 weeks from starting, and all I've been receiving is that everything's dumping. That's just what keeps coming up. And as we dump it, all this energy that we've been holding, and all these stories and these timelines we've been creating from, it's like we're like barfing it out, right? You know what's interesting, Mina, is I got the sensation of a Native American as well. That's beautiful. So what's happening is, what I'm receiving right now, interestingly enough, is that as we connect deeper and deeper to the true womb, every aspect of the false womb it's like layers to an onion, like peeling back layers. So we're shedding our feminine disguise. we're shedding the feminine disguise. The true feminine energy is not as limited, and it's free of such. Interestingly enough, I heard transactions. See, like, this is what I mean, like, even though we're talking from a different location right now, we are not separate. We are literally, because we're choosing to be in a space that is unified. And in that space that is unified, it's the heart. So we are all moving through this, and we're going to experience how we move through it. And the dreams, oh my goodness, the dreams. I woke up with and I have not had a bad dream in a long time, which is how I know this is a sacral dump. Everything this week has been in regards to the one place where I hold the greatest aspect of energy that I am not keeping for myself, which is Bruiser, right? Because when we are concerned about another person, then we're just constantly putting our energy there, instead of being here and allowing what's here to create everything else out here. which is already happening unconsciously. But when we choose to come back there consciously, like we just did, then we are consistently creating a state of harmony and balance instead of trying to manipulate it into being harmony and balance. So in the dream, and goats, I love goats. I love goats, by the way. They're so cute and so playful. And that's what I heard was playfulness. But in the dream, I saw Bruiser, and he had been, I couldn't find him for a while, and I was looking for him, and then he showed up. Somebody had found him and brought him to me. And he was just so injured, and he couldn't walk. It was just, it was horrible. It was horrible how distorted his figure was. And what I recognized was how I was distorting everything through my continual crisis. And like today, when I got up, I felt great, but he was in that reclusive state, not as bad. And I was worried, like, I felt good. I knew I was going to go live, and I knew everything was going to be good. And yet he still wasn't wanting to come outside. And then it all worked out. Like, my dad came home. My dad took him for a ride. He went outside twice. So it all worked out, right? But I had to pull myself away from that scenario, like, continuously, to where I would not feed it with crisis, where I would not feed, because he's going to feed off my energy, just like anyone. We feed off other people's energy, and they feed off ours. So if they're already in a state of fear, and we go into the connection with them fearful of their fear, then you're just feeding fear. And you have to break that cycle of fear. You have to be the one to do it. So when someone is ill or sick or suffering, the only way to bring all of you into a timeline of harmony and balance, even if sickness is still there, even if death cycle is playing itself out, because that's their soul agreement, there can still be an experience of harmony and balance. And boy, is it difficult to get to that, right? Yeah, right. And so I'm very grateful. And of course, we still, like, I go back in there and I'm like, we still have a whole half of the day left. But I also know that the greater that I release it, the greater he can. And so this goes for everyone. Wherever you are holding on to resistance because you're worried about the way things are going to turn out. What's interesting is our fate is already mapped out for us. It's just how we want to experience it. And there is already that our higher self already exists. The only reason why we go through the life and death cycles and we aren't experiencing as a higher self is because we have to choose it. So we already have our fate. Our fate is already mapped out. It's just which path do we want to take to get there. And that's the same for every soul. And the only way that we can experience the fate of others and combine with the fate of us is if we choose consistently being in a state of harmony and balance. Then we can release, if we're releasing the states and cycles of death for ourselves, although it might not happen in this lifetime for those that we love, because that's their soul agreement, we are assisting and releasing that for them in the next lifetime or the next, whatever it is for them. And as difficult as it is to watch, and as difficult as it is to be the witness of that, just know that, look at the bigger picture. The bigger picture is so much grander than that one small moment of time. That is a blip on the map of the cosmos, which is eternal. And we get so caught up in those moments of time that we forget that that's not all that is. And that's what I keep coming back to. And it makes me want to cry even saying it, because it's difficult in a human body to step outside of emotions and to embody a state of joy and bliss and fulfill the greater picture. And that's what you guys have chosen. where we're doing this on a grander scale, and we're doing it for something greater than just that moment, so that all moments can be a continual cycle of joy and peace and balance and harmony. That's why we're doing this. So, you guys, I am so proud of each of you. I am so honored to know you and to walk this path with you and to experience this. And we're going to go through moments of challenge, but we're going to go through so many more moments of joy. And we're in this together. So, man, yeah, I'm feeling... I feel like I feel like I'm shedding. Like I'm moving through a shedding. That's what it feels like. Like there's layers of me coming off right now. Like your dream, Leah. Like I'm barfing everything up. Like, and I'm leaving these layers of self, and that's why the ones are coming up, and 5 represents harmony, balance. It's the midway point. So I recognize that as the heart. So we just made a major rebirth. We just went through a major rebirth, and we're shedding. Which, we do all the time in these transmissions, but there was something about today that like broke this, that broke the, almost like it broke the surface. Like it everything that we've been doing has been building and building, and we have these moments, right? Where everything we do builds upon itself, and then boom, we break through. And we just continuously do this, and we break through. And I feel like now we're breaking through the sacral. We've done this with the root. I feel like that's what's happened is, I feel like I'm going to throw up. We're breaking through the sacral. That's beautiful. Oh, I've been seeing so many rainbows. So many. I love that. Yeah, mine is too, Becca. I know, I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. I feel this energy. It's like moving up my spine. And it's also like my womb is responding. My everything is responding, and it's just blah, blah, blah. It's all wanting to just blah. That's the best way I can describe it. Yeah, I've been feeling the sharp pains as well. I've been having sharp pains. I woke up cramping. I'm feeling this dull aching pain in between my shoulder blades. Spine and womb pain. Absolutely. That's exactly what I'm feeling. And it's like, and you guys know, I mean, everything I've been bringing through the last few days, which this has been incoming for us, is as upgrades to the central nervous system. But because we're uploading, so it's like we're being pulled up out of, again, being pulled up out of these densities, these timelines of the sacral. I feel like 1212 is going to shift us into the solar plexus. Yeah, I've had a lot of neck pain. Oh, that's beautiful, Mina. That's beautiful. Oh, I love that. And right arm pain, yes, I've been having, because anytime the central nervous system is upgrading and the hemispheres are syncing, yeah, it's gonna be uncomfortable. It's gonna be uncomfortable. And I'm getting to well, and I know my phone's probably about to die anyways, yeah, but that's amazing. And that's actually when I was that's the one thing I keep coming back to, and I love that, Mina, is that one ascending timeline. The one ascending timeline of the heart, where we are always in alignment with our higher selves, and we are always experiencing things from the perception of our highest good. Like we know things are happening for our highest good, but to actually be in the state of experiencing it, no matter what it is, for our highest good, which has been exceptionally challenging this week so far. It's been exceptionally challenging for me. But it's teaching me a new level to release. That's the best way I can put it, is like it's the next level up on how to surrender and how to release. And not just and the perception of how I release, and all that I've still been choosing to hold on to that I need to release, that I thought I was moving through with an available option of surrender, I guess, but I haven't been. Quite interesting. I love that dream, Nina. And it also shows like what I'm receiving is you're also, it's like I see this, like it's all obviously it's a recognition, it's an acceptance for you on a state of higher self, but it's also showing your place as a guide of like, this is how you get here. You know, we each have our guidance point of how we guide others, whether it's writing, whether it's channeling, whether it's music. We speak our light, or we offer our light. And that's your legacy of love, whatever that is. And I know it's, for some, you're still coming into how that's going to be, but it's here, it's there. I mean, you've already connected with it. It's just how it's going to flow through you and how you're going to present it in this realm. So, all right, my beautiful, beautiful, beautiful soul family, you're very welcome. My phone is about to die, so I'm going to get off. Thank you all for joining. Thank you for your presence. Thank you for your awareness. Thank you for this most beautiful gift. It's not me, it's all of us. We do this together. So thank you. Thank you very much. I'm coming into a greater state of love and of acceptance and of joy, and I can tell you right now, after all the years of being a channel, or being a channel, after all the years of offering from that place, this is the greatest place I have ever been energetically, and it's done with each of you, and it's done not just because of, but in connection with each of you. Thank you. I love you all so much. I'm celebrating each of you. I'm celebrating us, and I look forward to the next transmission. I'm feeling my energy kind of wane, which means time to go integrate. So love yourself, be patient with yourself, let your body take what is needed and leave the rest. And I will catch up with you guys on WhatsApp. So until then, Adonai.